It doesn't start with a fall. It doesn't begin with a trip to the doctor or a sudden injury. No, it begins with something so quiet, most people miss it. A brief hesitation before climbing the stairs. A grocery bag that feels heavier than it used to. That subtle shift in your balance as you rise from the couch. You pause for a moment, maybe even whisper to yourself, "I'm just tired today." But deep down, a little voice says, "This feels different." And that voice is right. Because what you're noticing isn't laziness. It's not just aging. It's the beginning of something called sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle that sneaks in after 50 and accelerates after 60. And the most dangerous part, it happens slowly, so slowly we think it's normal. But here's the truth, no one told us in our younger years. Muscle is more than strength. It's stability, it's balance, it's independence, it's your freedom to keep doing the things you love. Walking, lifting, playing, moving. And when muscle begins to fade, everything else feels harder. Climbing steps, getting out of bed, holding a grandchild, even confidence. But I want to tell you something important, something hopeful. Just because muscle is lost with age doesn't mean it's gone for good. In fact, new science has shown that your body still has the power to rebuild even after 60, even into your 70s or 80s. But the way we support that process must change, because as we age, the body responds differently. It needs more support, smarter timing, and gentler strategies. And no, you don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy machines or intense workouts. What you do need might already be sitting in your kitchen. We're going to talk about 3 simple natural powders. They aren't fads, they aren't expensive, and they've been backed by real science to help support strength, reduce inflammation, and bring energy back into your day. But before we get into the how, let's understand the why. Because when you understand what's really happening inside your body, you stop blaming yourself. You stop saying, "I'm just getting old." And you start seeing strength not as something you've lost, but something you can still grow. Let's clear something up right away. If you've been eating well, staying active, and still feel like you're getting weaker, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because your body changes the rules after 60. You see, as we get older, something unexpected starts to happen. Our muscles become less efficient at using the protein we eat. That's right. Even if you're eating chicken, eggs, beans, the same foods you always did, your body isn't turning that protein into strength the way it used to. This natural shift is one of the core drivers of sarcopenia, and it's one of the reasons seniors often feel weaker, slower, or more tired, even with a good diet. It's not about how much food you eat. It's about how well your body uses that food to rebuild what matters. And that's where timing, support, and the right kind of nutrients make all the difference. Because here's the hopeful part. Your body can still build muscle. It just needs a little help, the right kind of help. Modern science has discovered that older adults can regain strength by adjusting a few small things. When they eat protein, the type of protein they choose, and how they pair nutrition with even gentle movement. And none of this requires heavy lifting or grueling workouts. In fact, walking around your block doing light stretches, or even standing on your toes in the kitchen, these small movements still send your body the message, it's time to rebuild. But your muscles can't rebuild without the proper tools, and that's where today's first natural powder comes in. Because the truth is what you put into your body after these small movements may be the key to unlocking strength you thought was gone. Let's talk about the first one. It's affordable, it's easy to find, and it's one of the most trusted muscle-building tools available. Yet so many people overlook it after 60. When you hear the words whey protein, you might picture a sweaty gym, a bodybuilder with bulging arms, or maybe a young athlete chugging a shake after lifting weights. But what if I told you that whey protein may actually be more important for someone over 60 than for someone in their 20s? You see, unlike younger bodies, older bodies struggle to turn dietary protein into muscle. This means we need more support to stay strong and, more importantly, to recover after any kind of movement. And that's where whey comes in. Because whey protein isn't just a trend. It's one of the most studied, effective, and complete forms of protein available, especially for aging muscles. It contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs but can't produce on its own. But one of these amino acids, called leucine, is the real hero here. Leucine is like the key that turns on the engine for muscle protein synthesis, your body's natural way of repairing and rebuilding muscle. Without enough leucine, it's like trying to build a house without nails. You can stack the wood, but nothing holds together. Whey protein is rich in leucine, and it's easily absorbed. That means it doesn't just go in, it actually gets used. And here's something most people don't realize. You don't have to go to the gym for whey protein to work. Even a light walk, a few stretches, or basic home exercises are enough to activate your muscles. If you follow that gentle movement with a scoop of whey protein, ideally within 30 to 60 minutes, you're giving your body exactly what it needs at exactly the right time. That's why many seniors include it in their morning routine, even on days they're not exercising, because consistency builds strength over time. And the results, they're not about building huge muscles or looking younger. They're about something far more meaningful. Climbing stairs without fear, carrying groceries with confidence, getting out of bed without feeling fragile, feeling steady, strong, and independent again. So how do you get started? First, choose the right kind of whey. Not all powders are created equal. Look for whey protein isolate or grass-fed. Concentrate. These are easier to digest, lower in lactose, and free of the artificial junk that can upset your stomach or bloat your belly. Avoid brands with artificial sweeteners, thickening gums, long lists of chemicals you can't pronounce. Aim for a serving that provides at least 20 grams of protein. That's the sweet spot for activating muscle repair in older adults. And don't worry, you don't have to choke down anything unpleasant. Many seniors enjoy mixing whey into cold water or unsweetened almond milk, smoothies with banana, spinach, and berries, morning oatmeal for a high-protein breakfast that keeps you full for hours. It's quick, it's easy, it's affordable, and over time, it works. Studies show that seniors who regularly consume whey protein, especially those who weren't getting enough protein from meals, experience improvements in muscle mass, strength, and energy. And one of the most overlooked benefits, whey protein also supports your immune system and helps balance blood sugar, which means fewer crashes and less snacking on junk throughout the day. Think of it as more than just a muscle booster. It's a tool for total body wellness. Because when your body feels stronger, your mind feels sharper, your heart feels lighter, and your life feels open again. When most people hear the word collagen, they think of wrinkle creams and beauty products. But for those of us over 60, collagen isn't about vanity. It's about mobility. Because here's the real story. Collagen is one of the most abundant and essential proteins in your body. It holds your joints, ligaments, tendons, and even your muscles together like scaffolding. Without it, your structure weakens, your joints ache, your muscles can't fully function because the frame around them is crumbling. Now, here's the twist few people realize. Your body's ability to make collagen drops sharply after 50 and even more so after 60. That stiffness in your knees, the creaky feeling in your hips when you get up from the couch, the sudden lack of balance, or how your joints feel looser than they used to. That's not just age. That's a body running low on its most important glue. But the good news, you can replenish it naturally with something called collagen peptides. These aren't creams or pills that promise miracles. They're tiny, broken-down forms of collagen that your body can actually absorb and use. They go directly where you need them: joints, tendons, ligaments, even skin and bones. Think of collagen peptides as the construction crew your body forgot it needed, quietly reinforcing the beams, bolts, and hinges that keep you upright and moving. And when you take them consistently, something starts to shift. You wake up in the morning and your knees don't groan. You go for a walk and the nagging ache in your hips is softer. You bend down to tie your shoes and realize, hey, that was easier. It's not overnight, but over time your body starts to feel more put together, because it is. So how do you use collagen peptide? That's the beauty of it. They're flavorless, odorless, and dissolve easily in hot or cold liquids. Add a scoop to your morning coffee, a fruit smoothie, a bowl of oatmeal or soup. No strange aftertaste, no hassle. Aim for 10 to 20 grams a day, depending on your needs. And for best results, pair it with vitamin C, which helps your body use the collagen more effectively. You can either choose a powder that includes vitamin C or just sip it with orange juice. It's that simple. And the benefits go beyond joints. Studies show that collagen can also improve skin hydration and elasticity, support bone density, reduce joint pain and stiffness, help your body bounce back from everyday activities. For many seniors, collagen is the quiet hero that brings back confidence, not just in movement, but in living. Because when your body moves the way it used to, you start doing things you stopped believing were possible. Dancing, walking with friends, bending in the garden, getting up without holding the armrest. That's not magic, that's structure. And structure starts with collagen. Just remember, quality matters. Look for collagen peptides made from grass-fed, pasture-raised cows or wild-caught marine sources. These tend to be cleaner and richer in the amino acids your body needs. And consistency is everything. Taking it once or twice won't make a difference, but a scoop a day for a few weeks. That could be the turning point. Because strength isn't just built from muscle, it's built from the frame that supports it. And collagen gives your body the foundation to feel steady, balanced, and truly capable again. It doesn't look like much. A tiny scoop of dark green powder. Earthy, almost moss-like. But inside that humble little spoonful is one of the most powerful gifts nature ever gave us, especially for those of us over 60. It's called spirulina, and it's not a new discovery. It's an ancient algae used for centuries in cultures where longevity wasn't a mystery, but a way of life. So what makes spirulina so special? To begin with, it's a complete protein just like meat or dairy, but without the heaviness. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. And if you're someone who doesn't eat much meat, or if digestion has become a little more sensitive with age, spirulina is a gentle plant-based alternative that gives your muscles the nourishment they've been craving. But the real magic of spirulina isn't just the protein. It's the micronutrients, the subtle minerals and compounds that quietly heal and energize the body from within. Let's talk about a few of them. Iron. Without enough iron, your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. That can leave you feeling winded after a walk, or like your legs are made of lead by midday. Spirulina provides a natural plant-based iron source without the harsh side effects of synthetic iron pills like constipation or stomach upset. Magnesium and potassium. Ever feel twitchy legs at night? Random cramps in your calves? That's often a sign of low magnesium or potassium. Spirulina offers both in a form your body actually absorbs. B vitamins. These are like spark plugs for your cells. They help convert food into energy support, nerve health, and keep your brain sharp. Spirulina is rich in B1, B2, and B3, all crucial for seniors wanting more energy without caffeine. And then there's a compound most people have never heard of. Phycocyanin. It's what gives spirulina its vibrant blue-green hue. But more importantly, it's a potent antioxidant one that helps reduce chronic inflammation, protect your muscles from oxidative stress, and speed up recovery. This matters because inflammation is sneaky. It builds up over time, slowly chipping away at your strength, energy, and vitality. But phycocyanin helps calm that fire, giving your body room to heal. Spirulina has even been shown to support nitric oxide production, which means better circulation. And if you've been struggling with cold hands and feet, or just feeling sluggish, improved blood flow may be exactly what you need. So how do you take spirulina? It comes in two main forms, powder and tablets. The powder is more versatile, but it does have a strong, earthy taste. Many people find it easier to mix into citrus juices like orange or pineapple, or blend it into smoothies with ginger and lemon to mellow the flavor. Start small. Half a teaspoon is plenty at first, then gradually increase to a full teaspoon daily. The tablets are tasteless, portable, and easy perfect if you're not a fan of the green flavor. Either way, the key is consistency. Like collagen, spirulina doesn't work overnight, but day by day it begins to rebuild what time has taken, gently, naturally, and powerfully. And always choose organic, third-party tested spirulina from trusted sources. Because spirulina is grown in water, purity matters. Look for products sourced from clean environments like Hawaii or California. And don't be fooled by bargain bins. This is your health. It deserves quality. With the right spirulina, you're not just feeding your muscles. You're also giving your blood, brain, and immune system a gentle daily boost. Because getting older shouldn't mean feeling drained, stiff, or fragile. And sometimes, it's the smallest things like a green spoonful each morning that restore the strength you thought you'd lost. If you've been feeling weaker lately, if everyday tasks have become just a little harder, if your confidence in your own body has started to fade, please hear this. You are not broken, you are not too late, and you are not alone. Because strength isn't something you only build when you're young. It's something you can reclaim gently, naturally, and on your own terms. Yes, the body changes after 60. It loses muscle faster. It becomes more sensitive to what we eat, how we move, and how we rest. But it also becomes smarter, more responsive to small, meaningful changes. The three powders we've explored today: whey protein, collagen peptides, spirulina. They're not magic potions. They're not part of a trend or some expensive anti-aging scheme. They're simple, natural tools that help your body do what it already knows how to do: rebuild, recover, and thrive. Because the truth is, your body still wants to be strong. It just needs the right kind of help, not harder effort, but smarter care. Start small. A scoop of whey protein after a short walk. A spoonful of collagen in your morning coffee. A pinch of spirulina blended into your juice. They're quiet changes, but over weeks they grow louder. You feel it in your balance, in the ease of rising from a chair, in the return of energy that once seemed out of reach. You start to say yes to more things again, to long walks with your spouse, to gardening, to dancing with your grandchild at their wedding. Not because you've reversed time, but because you've supported your body wisely and consistently. This is what growing stronger after 60 looks like. Not pushing harder, but listening deeper. Not chasing youth, but nurturing resilience. So today, instead of thinking about what you've lost, Think about what you still have time to build. You don't need to do it all at once. You just need to begin. And if you've made it to the end of this video, that tells me one thing: you're ready. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines. Ready to stop believing the myth that weakness is inevitable. Ready to move, eat, and live in a way that brings your strength back home. So here's your invitation. Choose one powder, one small habit, one better morning. Then let time and consistency do the rest. Because every day you nourish your body. Every day you move even just a little. You are not growing older. You are growing wiser. You are growing stronger. And you are proving without a doubt that the best version of yourself is still ahead.